Why do experienced anglers love night fishing? These practical tips are something you must know. As soon as it gets dark, the souls of anglers start to stir. During the day, being baked under the sun like skewered meat is not as cool and comfortable as at night, and you can quietly compete with fish. It's really great. Every time after dinner, when I browse my phone and suddenly see someone in the group posting photos of big fish caught at night, the urge to fish in my heart is immediately ignited. Before my wife turns around, I have already picked up my equipment and gone out. Brothers, in fact, night fishing has a lot of know-how. It's not that you can fill your fish basket by just throwing a rod casually at night. The key is to know how to do it, how to choose the spot, how to match the equipment, and how to observe. There are many tricks. I have been fishing for more than 20 years and have stepped into many pitfalls in night fishing. The following practical tips are summarized by me and my fellow anglers through trials and hardships. I guarantee that you will improve after reading them. 1. Choose the right fishing spot. If you choose the wrong place, you can't even catch a water ghost. I have an old partner, Tom. When he first started, he had to stay in the deepest part of the reservoir at night, saying that big fish were hiding in the deep water area. As a result, after a whole night, he was bitten by mosquitoes dozens of times, but there was no sign of fish biting. In fact, the water temperature is low at night, and big fish prefer to swim to shallow water areas to look for food. Places like water inlets, backwater bays, and near bridge piers are all golden spots for night fishing. Once, I was by a small river in my hometown. After dark, I specially found a place near the water plants. It didn't take long after I cast the rod, I directly pulled up a carp weighing more than 5 catties. It was so exciting. Remember, when night fishing, try shallow water first, especially the clear water area with slow current. Don't stare at the deep pool. 2. The equipment must keep up. What is the most feared in night fishing? Not seeing the float clearly, missing the fish bite, and working hard all night for nothing. In the first few years of night fishing, I still used ordinary floats. As a result, I was sleepy and dazzled, and I couldn't even see the float moving, missing many big fish. Later, I changed to a luminous float, which is simply a magic weapon. I can see the float moving at once. With a headlamp or camp light, the operation is perfect. Once, I went night fishing with some old friends. Everyone cooked noodles while fishing. When the headlamp was turned on, the fishing spot was clear, and the movement of the float was clear at a glance. There was no ambiguity when the fish bit. It is suggested that everyone must have luminous floats and fluorescent sticks. The light should not shine directly on the water surface to avoid reflection affecting observation. With proper equipment, the efficiency of night fishing will be doubled. 3. Don't choose the fishing rod and bait randomly. Night fishing focuses on flexibility and easy control, and the bait should be attractive enough. Some novices like to use long rods, thinking that the farther they cast, the more fish there will be. In fact, the night fishing environment is dark, and it is very difficult to operate long rods, which are easy to get tangled and knotted. After fishing for a while, you will be in a bad mood. I usually use a small rod of about 3.6 to 4.5 meters. It can lift the rod quickly and control the fish stably, especially when catching a fish. It can pull the fish away from the water plants and obstacles at the first time, reducing the chance of fish escaping. In terms of bait, fish are bold at night and like to come out to forage. The combination of meat and vegetarian bait has the best effect. Once, I went night fishing for carp with my fellow angler Bin. He used earthworms and corn kernels, and kept catching fish to fill his basket. I only used corn beside him, and there was no movement for 3 hours. Later, I also added some earthworms, and the fish began to bite actively immediately. This shows that fish have a more diverse diet at night, and it is effective to have a variety of baits. The operation suggestion is that short rods are flexible and easy to control. Prepare several kinds of baits, don't just focus on one kind. Use live bait with vegetarian bait, and the fish bite will be more stable. 4. The float adjustment for night fishing should be sensitive enough. Don't think there are no fish if the float doesn't move. It may be that the float is too blunt. The water surface is calm at night, and the action of fish biting the hook is very slight. If the float is adjusted too blunt, it can't respond at all. I usually like to adjust the float a little more sensitively when night fishing, with only 1 or 2 meshes of the float exposed. Even the light bite of the fish can be seen clearly. Once, I went night fishing with a friend. He adjusted the float too heavy. The fish bit, but there was no signal. He missed several good chances to catch fish, and was so angry that he patted his thigh. So, adjust the float flexibly when night fishing. Use both eyes and feel. When the float moves, lift the rod immediately. Don't hesitate. 5. Safety is the most important. Don't forget personal safety while fishing. There are many accidents by the water at night. I have personal experience. Once, when I was night fishing, I stepped on a slippery stone and almost fell into the river. Fortunately, I brought a headlamp and a life jacket, and finally it was safe. Another angler's mobile phone ran out of power, and he couldn't contact his family in the middle of the night. His family was so anxious that they called the police. When going night fishing, everyone must bring good lighting equipment, charge the mobile phone fully, choose a safe fishing position, and it's best to go with a partner. Take away the garbage after fishing. Don't discredit the fishing spot. Environmental protection is also important. Finally, to say something more, night fishing is really fun, but you must try more and summarize more. Don't be afraid of failure. Experience is accumulated slowly. Every time you come back from night fishing, even if you catch 0 fish, you can gain a lot of stories and experience. The fun of fishing lies in continuous breakthrough and growth. Brothers, get your equipment ready, choose a good fishing spot, try more and summarize more. There are far more ways to night fishing than these. We are waiting for you to explore together. Don't let the big fish enjoy themselves alone. We all want to fill our fish baskets. Author profile: I am a self-media blogger who loves fishing and is good at sharing. Follow me, and we will exchange fishing skills and discuss every bit of angler's wild fishing. Give a like, collect, and follow to avoid missing the next update.